Spencer Pratt and Heidi Montag Pratt, actors from The Hills on MTV and a bunch of other reality TV shows, are on with us. And again, the reason I'm doing this is everybody keeps talking about Twitter for the last year. As folks know, the revolution in Iran, the CIA was pumping through the State Department through Twitter. That's even mainstream news. And so we start getting all these calls and thousands of Twitter messages about Miley Cyrus, the Billy Ray Cyrus's daughter that plays Hannah Montana, which, of course, everybody knows is this giant icon now with little girls and teenagers out there, that Spencer Pratt and Heidi Montag were sitting there Twittering her, and she's saying, "What's InfoWars?" And so then that gets all these young girls and teenagers to go look at InfoWars.com. So that's great. This is exactly who we want to reach. We want these kids at least to stop drinking sodium fluoride that gives them bone cancer, dental fluorosis, and brain damage, and calcifies every major organ and causes pancreatic cancer and diabetes. You can Google each one of those terms and get mainstream news admitting that. We want girls to know that a lot of these birth control drugs actually sterilize them. We want women to know the UN's been caught adding sterilization hormones to tetanus shots. We want to reach young women, especially, who are targeted by the globalists. And so this is kind of an in-run to the back door of the cultural mind control system to have somebody like Spencer Pratt and Heidi Montag Pratt on with us, because the system is using these type of young icons to keep people in the matrix. To have them breaking out of the matrix is a big deal. So I'm going to try to shut up for a few minutes and let Spencer Pratt and Heidi Montag, husband and wife, talk about your awakening to the New World Order, the films, and now what you want to say in your message that has been followed by young people, where you're going with this information that you've now discovered.
Well, like I said, you know, it's a recent awakening. I really do feel like we took the blue pill or whatever in Matrix, and I feel like you really did pull that little mechanical thing out of the back of my brain, because Heidi and I have both, or as I should say, Spidey, have led to the situation we are at this planet where, you know, there's so much attention and focus on so many of the wrong issues, like, for instance, ourselves. Like, how are we so famous when, you know, the climate bill is not even a trending topic on Twitter? For the last 3 days, I've just kept on asking everybody as my followers, how is this not a trending topic? We got everything from Michael Jackson to, you know, Jamie Foxx was a trending topic. Oh, we even had Iran was a trending topic, but nothing about, you know, the biggest bill, you know, since the Patriot Act getting passed with nobody reading it. And the people who do want to read it, they're saying you can't even read it, and they're not even giving anybody time, and they're changing the name of the bill. And I mean, it's mind-boggling that they're trying to say there's global warming right now, and, you know, that the ice caps are melting and the polar bears are going to drown. And we all know, we've all seen footage of the polar bears swimming to new pieces of ice, and we all know that, or at least anybody who does their research, thanks to Alex Jones, knows that it was the coldest winter in years in Antarctica. Was it 30% more ice?
Yeah, almost 40%. It got larger and thicker.
So, I mean, it's just shocking to me. And after I watched your DVDs, and, you know, this isn't conspiracy theories. These are factual evidence. It's just stuff that the mainstream media does not present to the public. You don't see, you know, I didn't learn any of this. I went to USC for 8 years. This is the craziest thing. Ready for this? My best friend since kindergarten is a 180 IQ, brilliant mathematician, genius. He got top of his class, USC, Marshall School of Business. You know, he's a big-time investment banker. I called him the other day, and I said, real quick, Brian, serious question. Do you know the Federal Reserve is a private company, and it's not federal, it's as federal as Federal Express? And he goes, what are you talking about? He goes, yes, it is. And I'm arguing here with my genius friend who lives and breathes business and everything, and he is shocked, like I just told him, you know, I don't even know what I told him. He was so just shocked and blown away by the fact that he couldn't believe that the Federal Reserve, that he's been to business school, and he doesn't even know this. And I mean, I felt dirty. I almost threw up that I had to tell my friend who's an investment banker who works for a major firm that the Federal Reserve is not a, you know, an American part of the government, you know?
Incredible. So we also want to get Heidi to pop in here. When did you first start waking up? You said one of your managers or one of Heidi's managers gave you the Obama deception?
Steve Morales is a music producer of mine, and we were in the studio one night, and he was watching this, and he said, you guys need to watch this. You need to know you're the youth of America. You need to know what's going on in America. You need to know what's going on in this world. And I've always been, I call us dumbheads that we didn't know. So we started watching this, and then Spencer ordered every single DVD and has been nonstop researching your websites and the internet and everything now for at least a month, all day, every day. So we've just been trying to figure out the truth, and I've always been a very big Christian, so I've always known, the mark of the beast and the Antichrist and Jesus coming back. So to me, it all makes sense. It's not a foreign concept, and especially now that they're trying to do the chips, you will have to kill me before I get a chip. That would never happen. The fact that people are even already okay with this is sickening. I could throw up right now. A chip? Are we dogs? Dogs don't even deserve chips.
Well, absolutely. In fact, have you guys seen all the newscasts saying we all need chips? Old people need them, prisoners, the troops, a lot of them have been secretly chipped. The Mexican Attorney General made his employees take chips, and now to get in the cool clubs in Europe and the U.S., they want you to take a chip. And they've got federal officials going around telling people we all need to take chips. And the churches aren't saying anything because they've been 501c3 federalized. And you have the clergy response teams where FEMA has secretly federalized the churches. I mean, this is very serious.
This is very serious. And it says in the Bible that is the mark of the beast, and that is the sign of worshiping the devil. So over my dead body would I ever get a chip in my body. My body belongs to Jesus Christ, to God alone, and no one will ever put anything in me. I will not worship the devil. I will not be conformed to this world. That will not happen, and people should stand up because I am not, being covered up by FEMA right now. I am a disciple of Jesus, and I will speak out to Christians, and I will let people know this is not right. This is
well, we may have to put you in the Homeland Security MIAC report. What do you guys think about all these reports saying gun owners, Christians, conservatives, people that won't accept the New World Order are terrorists, and Homeland Security was really set up for us, not for Al-Qaeda?
I mean, it's just so terrifying if you look at history. When they start taking away your gun rights, just like Hitler did, just like Mussolini did, just like Mao Zedong did, it's like, that's when you know. I mean, I need to learn the Constitution way better, but I know there's, you'll know the quote, but something about when the lawful take away your guns, they become the unlawful. Is that it?
Well, yeah, the Declaration of Independence states over and over again that when the government becomes abusive and oppressive, it's your right to go up against them, and that the Constitution and Bill of Rights only points out your God-given rights you already had. It's kind of like they had laws that black people weren't human beings, but natural law said they were human beings and had a right, if somebody was beating them over the head with a bullwhip, to jerk the whip away and kill the person that was doing it. So kind of like Nazi Germany, they said, Hitler said it was his law that he could kill whoever he wanted, but the people really had a right to stand up against Hitler and try to stop him. So, I mean, that's really what's happening there, is that tyranny always tries to disarm the people. What are your friends saying in the last few months as you guys have been kind of getting away from being so obsessed with image or TV or success and fame, which is the number one goal of most people now in the United States and worldwide, into these type of subjects? What are your friends and family and neighbors and colleagues saying?
I mean, they're all, because media has been so good at labeling, anybody with facts and trying to, take away from the status quo as conspiracy theorists. So at first they're like, their instinct makes them just, the truth feels crazy. But the reality is you give them an Obama deception DVD and you say, how about we have this conversation after you watch this DVD? Next thing you know, I got my friends, Twittering InfoWars, and that's just so powerful. It's just, you have to be presented with the facts, and nobody ever is, and that's why I feel so privileged that God did give us the opportunity to have so many people be aware of us, whether they like us or not. They're forced to hear our voice, and my voice is now going to be aware of the InfoWars that are attacking your mind. And it's just so sick because I mean, once you really put us on to fluoride, like my dad, who's a dentist, has been telling me my whole life, do not use toothpaste with fluoride. And, you know, you don't listen to your dad, especially when he's your dentist. You're just like, I want to use my bleaching toothpaste. I'm not listening to you. And then I watch your documentaries and all the science about, you know, what fluoride does and how they use fluoride in concentration camps. And fluoride was the first thing put in the water for the Iraqi people. And it's like now, do you know how hard it is for me to go to the market and even find a drinking water bottle that says fluoride-free, or even to find a toothpaste that says fluoride-free? Like, I'm trying to stock up on these because they don't even exist anymore.
Yeah, what a small world. My dad's a dentist, too.
Wow.